भद्रस्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम अग्नेनय सुपथा राये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोत्यस्मत् जोराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां तेनम उक्तिं विधेम। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्म वर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूर इषव्योति व्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्धिर्धेनुर्वढानक्ष्मान् आशु सप्तिः पुरन्दिर्योषा जिष्णो रथेष्ठाः सभे यो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामे न पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पच्यांतां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते या उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः।
Yes, we are continuing our session understanding the applications of Rudram, Namakam, Chamakam, and all this Rudram. And in this sequence, we are trying to fortify ourselves, secure ourselves, and see that we are protected by Lord Rudra himself, who is having a multiple aspects and personality traits, and he can protect us any and everywhere. And basically, everything begins from our body. Sariram Adyam Sadhanam. So the Adya Sadhana for any kind of achievement or activity or anything like that is our body. Therefore, body care is primary, then automatically mind and spirit are connected. That's why we have a proverb: sound mind, sound body, sound body, sound mind. When sound mind, body are there, naturally the spirit will be automatically promoted. So now we understand our body is not ours. See, people say that toys are us or babies are us, and they will be having shops. But they never say you are ours, your body ours. So that's why we have got to take care of our body, respective limbs of our body, and all that is Paramatma Prayojanam, Paramatma Prayoga, and Paramatma's Prasada. So we have covered up to the Angushta and then Tarjani fingers of our hand, because Ayam me hasto Bhagavan. We have been given a sweeping statement by the Yajurveda Rishi that our hand or this hand is Bhagavan. So the hand Bhagavan means Bhaga has got 32 meanings in Sanskrit. Look, interesting. 32 meanings are there for the word Bhaga, and therefore Bhaga is a very important attributed to any and everybody, which is of noble sense also. So that's why Tarjani Psham Namaha, in our Tarjani finger, in our point finger, this is called Tarjani, the pointer. In the 2 point fingers, Paramatma is station. Who are the fellows? 11 people are there. Yesterday, the other day we have noted Vamadeva, Jeshta, Sreshta, Rudra, Kala, Kalavikarana, Valavikarana, Bala, Bala Pramathana, Sarvabhuta Damana, Manonmana. All these are the aspects and working or functioning of the Paramatma Rudra. So, no God can remain non-functional. No man can remain non-functional. That's why Krishna in Gita told us, Nakopi tisthati akarma krutu, kurvanneveha karmani. Either God or any being born upon the land keeps on doing one or the other action, even including the gods. There we don't think that only Krishna referred to only human beings. No, any being, any bhuta, any prani, whether it is a deva, gandharva, kinnara, kim purusha, rakshasa, whoever it is, I think so. So there is that kind of a functional promotion, and here we have got that Vamadeva, Jeshta, Sreshta, all these things, all these are ultimately Manonmanaya Namaha. See, Manasu is to be Unmana. Ut plus Manaha, Unmanaha. Ut plus Ut is uplifted, great, noble, positive. So for something like Uttara, we have got Uttara Dwaram on Vaikuntha Ekadasi day, we go. That means is the noblest door or entry towards the better places. So here also we have got that Unmanaha, Utmanaha, elevated mind. That is, the mood management is important. Who is responsible for our mood management? Again, Mahatma Rudra, because if our moods are intact, are well controlled and disciplined, we are able to progress, do some positive things, and otherwise not. Therefore, ultimately, we have noted this Paramatma is Manonmanaha. Manakamana is one, and Manonmana is another. Ultimately, we have to be running towards that. Now, the next one we are going to read. Krishna, please read. Aghorebhyo.
Aghorebhyo. Aghorebhyo.
Athagorebhyo ghora-ghora-tarebhyah.
Athagorebhyo ghora-ghora-tarebhyah. Athagorebhyo ghora-ghora-tarebhyah.
Sarvebhyah sarva-sarvebhyo namaste astu rudra-rupebhyah.
Sarvebhyah sarva-sarvebhyo namaste astu rudra-rupebhyah. Sarvebhyah sarva-sarvebhyo namaste astu rudra-rupebhyah.
Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Madhyamabhyam namaha. Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Purushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi tanno rudraha prachodayatu.
Tatpurushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi tanno rudra prachodayat. Tatpurushaya
Anamikabhyam namaha.
anamikabhyam namaha.
So now the remaining three nails, three fingers, Tarjani, Madhyama, and Anamika. So these are the three important next fingers which we have got. Again, the Paramatma, Rudra, is stationed in these three fingers also, but the Rupa is different, because Rupa and Nama, these are the only two things for all gods, for all beings. That's why at one place they said, Rupa Name Vihaya. When you get into the moksha, you have to give up your Rupa or form and also Nama, the Kirti. Any example could be a river, a Kaveri river or Ganga river or any river. When it reaches the sea fringes, it will leave its name and it's all that and simply merges into ocean, Samudra, and loses its Rupa and Nama. That's why every river has got that kind of Jivanati, has got the Tyaga, that Ramanama with us to get into, merge into Paramatma. That is what we call as a Samudra Narayana. See, get into some. because Narayana Padodbhava Nadi. So all rivers have been born out of the feet of Narayana. Therefore, we say that is emerging. But here, when he comes to the Tarjani, the forefinger, the Madhyama finger, we have the Aghora, Athagora, Ghora, Ghora Tara, Sarvebhyaha, Sarva Sarvebhyaha, Namaste. Because Rudra or Shiva or Surya Bhagavan fond of namaskaras. The more and more times and more number of namaskaras we put forth, then you observe everybody will be, whether it be God or anybody, will be quite favorable to us. We have noted that in Taittiriya Upanishad it is said, Tan nama ityupasita pratishthavan bhavati. They here also Tat Shabda is here, next to the mantra is Tat means undefined one. But that is the supreme one. So Tan nama ityupasita, whatever higher subject from which you want to get the favor, you have to bow down our head. And therefore, here also, Aghora, first of all, Aghora. Ghora is ghastly, ferocious, angry. But Aghora is gracious, kind, compassionate, and so Mruda. The Mrudatvam of Rudra is called as Aghora. And Atha, next, Athagore Bhyaha. So Ghora, Aghora, this is chosen, and Ghora, Ghora Tara. These are all the combinations and levels of Rudra, which we are noting, and for all these forms. And we cannot describe the innumerable number of Rudras, and therefore there is a sweeping statement and reference to all the Rudras when it is said, Sarvebhyaha, to all gods. Sarva, Sarvebhyaha means all forms of Rudra, known, unknown. We can only consider the known Rudras, but we have so many Rudras. That's why Rudraha Tishtanti. And moreover, another Sarva Sarvebhyaha, there are Sarva. Sarva is a terrestrial Rudra form. In Bhulokam, on the banks of the rivers, on the shores of the sea, on sandy area, on the rough area, you find Rudras moving about, rough areas also. So that kind of Rudra is called Sarva. Sarva is a special feature in Rudra, as we understand. Ishana and Sarva. These are the two important aspects where with Rudra will be accessible close by to any and everybody. That's why Sarva, Sarvaya Namaha, Sarvalingaya Namaha, and Sarvasiti Sarvamavahya, Ishanamavahya, like that it comes up. So Sarva Sarvebhya means even among Sarvas, there are so many geographical differences are there and places are there. In all those geographical places, Rudra is live, active, and moving. Therefore, they said Sarva Sarvebhya, so that there should not be any kind of lacuna saying that, oh, Rudra, and Rudra may not complain. You have not given me salute when I am here, there, everywhere. No, it is such a sweeping namaskara done to almost all the Rudra Rupas. Ghora Rupa, Aghora Rupa, Ghora Tara Rupa, and Aghora Tara Rupa, and so on, all that. So to say that, Astu Namaste, Astu Rudra Rupebhyaha. And that particular Rudra Rupas are being stationed in the Madhyama finger, the middle finger, which will balance the other two fingers. See, in between the two fingers, the Madhyama finger is sandwiched, and everybody knows the importance of the middle finger. And adhikosra we say Madhyama Abhyam Namaha. So Madhyama finger is being respected. And in the next mantra, you know already the meaning, but still for my satisfaction, I am going to dilate the meaning of that as I consider or as it occurs to me. And we have been reciting these mantras number of times all the time. When once we are introduced to that, But because of that kind of constant attachment and repetition to these mantras, our life management is properly going on. Even though by chance, if we fall ill or if we get some difficulty, we are not succumbed to that. We are not succumbing to that, but rather we are able to overcome that and be on the road. Look here, Purushaya Vidmahe. Purusha, after all, who is Rudra? Rudra is a Purusha. That means he has got corporeal form, anthropomorphic form. Unless you have got anthropomorphic form, you cannot get the concentration and focus and meditational success. Therefore, we imagine the abstract principle, namely Paramatma, to be available to us in concrete form. But what concrete form of Rudra we are seeing is not final to him. He has got that highest power. One more example I can give you. In temple, in sanctum sanctorium, you have got Rudra or any god installed. We go and do some puja and Mangalaharati and bhajan and all those things. But you know, that particular sanctum sanctorium has got a gopuram, that conical one. So what is the is a convex. Gopuram means it is the sharpness is up, is convex and concave. These are the two things. But among that, in truth, because of the Gopuram, it is able to derive all cosmic energy into that limited area where gods are installed in the Vigraha form. Because the moment when the stone, the Vigraha on the pavement, you never respect at all. But the same Vigraha kept inside the Garbhagudi with all Pratishtha Kalpa and all that, then you go and submit your prayers as though Paramatma is seated in that. Therefore, what is that we are doing? We are just making the abstract Paramatma, the high cosmic principle or super consciousness Paramatma is a Purusha available to us. As we are, so he is. So it is easy for us to focus. It is always easy to focus on man to man. And when God becomes also man, we can focus. It is like Rama, a man, Krishna, a man. But in case of Krishna, it is different. He is a Manava and Madhava Avatara. However, he is called as a Purusha, Mahapurusha. And Tat Purushaya. Tat Purusha means Tat is indefinite article where you have no definite confirmation about it. Any form he can take, anyhow he can appear. So everything is Tat. Therefore, the Tat and Atha, these are the two important particles in Sanskrit which have got highest significance. Athato, for example, you must have heard Athato Dharma Jignasa. Atha, for example, Ataha Dharma Jignasa is the first rule. Because Atha, then Ataha, therefore, Dharma Jignasa, desire to learn, get knowledge over that. Therefore, Tat Purushaya. Vidmahe, I know. Vidmahe is plural, then that I understand. I know you as that great, unrevealable, mystical power, man or Purusha. Who is that again? I don't want simply the Purusha there in picture, but I want a specific God stationed in the Purusha form. That's why he's called as a Mahadeva. See, Mahadevaya Dhimahi. Dhimahi means Dhi is intelligence. We have noted that meditation. It's a mind activity. So you have to imagine in your mind and journey that great Rudra is a Mahadeva. Mahadeva, we have already noted that he is the superior God. There are two kinds of gods in the world, as you know. One is Devaha, Mahadevaha. Gods and greater gods. So our Rudra becomes a greater god when he is taken as a Maharudra. Therefore, Mahadevaya Dhimahi. And moreover, we know that Deva is a Jyoti. Deva is light, radiance, and brilliance. Therefore, his highest radiant power and brilliance and thermal, all that. Therefore, I imagine that there is nothing that can supersede. That's with that impression, we meditate upon Rudra, Mahadevaya Dhimahi. Ultimately, who is to be showing you grace to your needs and necessities and existence of life and promotion, all that, who should be doing? Again, he will reduce into the form of Rudra. Rudra is one who attends to our sorrows, griefs, difficulties, problems, disappointments, etc. on one hand, because we want our lifetime upon the earth, though very short, to be as far as possible, enjoyable, as far as possible, uh, with happiness and ease. Therefore, that great Rudra, who is Purusha, who is Mahadeva, we want him to be to be Rudra, and his Prachodana. Prachodayat is to direct. The Prachodayat in Sanskrit, the meaning is directing. So we want only the direction from our gurus, direction from our gods and all that, because that's why in Sanskrit also a director is called as a Desika. So Desika means, of course, astrologer, but still he's a direction giver. Something like the UPS, which everybody depends. You just type the address on the screen, and you are getting the entire road map, so that you will happily arrive at the destination. So, for the destination of all the Mahat and greatness of the Paramatma is to reduce himself into the aspect of removing our sorrows and troubles. Therefore, Rudraha Prachodaya. How not you ask Mahadevaha Prachodayat? No, his purview is higher, larger, but we don't want such kind of thing, but we want a focused and small, narrowed situation. Therefore, Tanno Rudraha Prachodana. The Prachodayat, I should tell you, is a big word, and it's a unique word and unique verb also. In the entire, for example, in the entire Rigveda, where there are 10,028 suktas, 10,028 suktas and 10,028 mantras in the Rigveda, the Gayatri mantra which we are reciting, Tat Saviturvarendyam Bhargo, there the verb is Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. So Yaha Naha Dhiyaha Prachodayat. The Prachodayat is direct. And this Prachodayat is the only one verb, one time used in the entire verbal connection of the Rigveda mantras. Therefore, that's one of the reasons why Gayatri mantra is top important. At the age of 8, the boy is introduced, and he has to be reciting the Gayatri mantra until his beyond his deathbed. That's why Gayatri mantra is a constant guide for us, because that verb Prachodayat, Chodana is to drive. Prachodana is absolutely with all confirmation to drive at all times. That's why, something like Krishna Arjuna. Arjuna is Partha, he is the worker, but Krishna is a Partha Sarathi. Therefore, the mind is driven, the controls are done to Partha because he's a good worker. Therefore, you please realize the importance of the verb Prachodayat, that there is no other alternative verb which you can replace that particular thing, because what we want from gods or higher ups or bosses or anybody, they have to be graceful, promoting our activity, our plans and projects and etc. That's why Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. So that's what so in Sanskrit we have got a lot of propriety and further suggestion and all that. Whenever the words are used, Veda, of course, is the leader in those things. That's why one of the Alankarikas by name Bhama, he says, I think, Ekaha Shabdaha Suprayuktaha Swarge Loke Kamadhupavati. If one word appropriately used, then one word appropriately used, it will reap you so much good. Ultimately, you will go to a better lokas. Sarga lokam gacchati. Now, I think you understood. So the Anamika Bhyam Namaha. This is exactly what you see. Anamika means the finger which has got no name at all. See, na nama is anama. That's why Anamika is highly sacred and powerful finger of all fingers. Therefore, all elders advise you that you should use only this thumb finger and this Anamika to offer kunkuma or akshata. Whenever you pick up something, this is the pinch. Not like this, not like this, not like this, but this is very convenient. That's why it's all, moreover, it is called as the Jnana Mudra. So you just make that Jnana Mudra, the three fingers attached. So this is the, therefore they say, this is the Jiva and Paramatma. Trying to, that's why you have to take kunkuma or something like that, puja dravya, and try to offer. Therefore, the two Anamikas are being respected and all that. Next, you are going to the Kanishtika, the last finger, whose height is quite low comparatively. And there is a distance in between the forefinger, the fine, and this finger. But this distance depends upon, that's why when you talk about Hasta Samudrika Shastra, the palmistry, oh God, they have a lot of study and predictions and characterizations, etc., with regard to the fingers. And if they're supposing, when you close, if your fingers are loose and when there's gap, your money won't stay. But some people are there, when they close their fingers, they are close by, they can save money and be useful. Like that, there are so many indications. Therefore, we have that Kanishtika Abhyam Namaha, the next one. For Kanishtika, the ultimate one, we are having one more mantra. Please repeat. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam.
Ishana Sarva Vidyanam. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam.
Ishvaraha Sarva Bhutanam.
Ishvaraha Sarva Bhutanam. Ishvaraha Sarva Bhutanam.
Brahma Adhipatihi.
Brahmadipatihi. Brahmadipatihi.
Brahmanahadhipatihi.
Brahmanahadipatihi. Brahmanadipatihi.
Brahma Shivaha.
Brahma Shivaha. Brahma Shivaha.
Om. So this is the Padavibhaga I am showing you because we are all in hurry. Simply recite the mantra. We never know what meaning we are conveying to Paramatma and what meaning we are conveying to our own self, our own intelligence, and how we are getting connected with the Ishvara. And that Ishvara also has to change her power of functioning depending upon the situation. Because something like that's why the Kanishtika has its own importance. And whenever you come to Kanishtika, the Ishvara is there. So who is this Rudra whom you have been thinking or respecting? He is Ishanaha. For what? Sarva Vidyanam. For all sciences, for all humanities, for all arts, all that Vidyas on one hand. Then we have got Atma Vidya, Sad Vidya, and so on. So many Vidyas are there. But apart from that, it is said there are 14 Vidyas and 64 Kalas. That's also Vidya. 14 Vidyas are there. So Chaturdasha Vidyaha and Chaturshashti Kalaha, they frame to be 78 branches of learning. So Shastra Vidya, Ayurveda, and so many, you know all these things, Vidyas. So you call Vidya with, that is knowledge, to seek knowledge, to get yourself acquainted and be elevated. So for all Vidyas, who is the great God? Ishanaha, Ishanaha, Ishanaha. That is who is guiding you in the profession, whatever that you are going to take up. Because ours is only Daiva Prasadat is important. Therefore, Ishana is the director. He is in any branch of knowledge you take into, then who will guide you to proceed in intelligence to learn more and more? It is Ishana. That's why Ishana Mavahayami. The entire Mahanyasa was on his prison. Ultimately, before you start the Abhisheka, having done all that, then Ishanamavahya, that is the ultimate one. Thus, we make the Avahana or invitation to Ishvara, Ishana, and then next we have got what to do, or that we are going to do. Therefore, you must realize Ishanaha and Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam. He is the commander-in-chief for all pranis that are born. Bhuta is the prani, the life, and all. How many bhutas are there? How many pranis are there? Oh God, so many lakhs and lakhs of kinds of pranis. They say they go into lakhs. So we cannot know all of them, but to all bhutas. And as a contrast, we have got the word bhuta and preta. See, all preta means departed. Bhuta is living. So bhuta, preta, meaning that those who are breathing life, those who have breathed life, have left the earth or the loka. They are called pretas. But here, sarvabhutanam, for all people who are to make hay and life upon the earth, to all of them, he is the commander-in-chief. He is the director, and his consent is most important. That's why Ishwaragna illade iruvayadu kachodilla. Unless there is the commandment of Ishvara, not even an ant will bite you. Even if you put your finger, it will not bite you. That's why everywhere that Ishvara is important with respect to the management and promotion of life and other things of life. Therefore, if difficulty comes to people, he only should be able to relieve that from difficulty. So, Rogarasim Nirundhi, we say Rogarasim Nirundhi, because the moment people are born, along with them, so many problems are also born. Why? Because in Bhagavatam and in Puranas, you are told that first of all, Brahmadeva created all negative, dangerous, deadly things. And when he went on creating, suddenly he realized, what the hell I am doing? So again, he performed tapas for 1,000 years and got the power from Narayana and started creating the creation, bhutas, kinnaras, kimpurushas, devas, and all these people have been promoted after that. So this is how the creation legend goes, or description or narration goes in Bhagavatam or in Puranas like that, or even in the earlier, for example, Aruna Prashna also you have got the creation. And everywhere, wherever there is need and occasion in our Vedic literature, we have got the creation. We have got the creation narration. So thereby, the creation legends are too many. And I remember one of the important scholars whom I know, he just submitted a thesis in Deccan College, Pune, a long years back on the creation legends in Veda and further. So why I'm talking this is the Bhuta. Bhuta Shabda is the creation. Bhutanam, existent. He is the Ishvara Sarvabhutanam. And Brahma Adhipatihi, please break and then understand who is our Rudra, whom we have been making namaskaras and namaskaras. You remember in Namakam, there are around 180 namaskaras is one count, if not 300 namaskaras. There are 300 and odd aspects of Rudra being enumerated in Namakam. Then we are having too many namaskaras. Namaha, Namaha, Namo, Namaha. You are hammering the head of Rudra that I am submitting myself, I am surrendering myself to you. You are the everything. Like that. Adhipatihi Brahma. Brahma Adhipatihi. He is Adhipati and he is the Adhipati and he is the overlord of all that. Whatever number of gods are there, to all the gods, the ruler, the controller, the organizer, the administrator, the manager, and etc. is Rudra. That's why when they say Sarvo Hyesha Rudraha, Namaha Tasmai Rudraya, when it is said that Sarvaha Rudraha, every Rudra is everything, Brahma Adhipatihi and Brahmanaha Adhipatihi, that also should know. Brahmana means knowledge, Vedas, scriptures. So what a Brahma, Brahmana, that is Brahma is the knowledge. Brahmana is the application of knowledge. So how do you find, where do you find the application of knowledge? Among Brahmins. See, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, 4 Varnas have been created not to quarrel and differentiate themselves. They are all the social organization upliftment forces. They have to see that the society order, the social order is well organized and well promoted, that all people will be very happy and comfortable. Secondly, we have got world order, cosmic order, that has to be taken care by the gods and other divine, semi-divine beings. Thereby, the whole administration of the universe, the content of the universe, the pranis in the universe, all have got to be monitored. That's why Paramatma is Parabrahma. So Brahmanaha Adhivihi. And ultimately, who is this Brahma? Are we to be afraid of this Brahma? No. Brahma is Shivaha. Understand? So Brahma, Shivaha. Whenever you consider a person honorable, superior, helpful, he should be also a peace provider to us. Because you always seek something or the other from the persons who are capable of granting that to you. So the moment they grant that to you, they are all called our Shivas. That is, they are Shanti providers, desire fulfillment providers. So who is the desire fulfillment provider? Is again Brahma, Shivaha. Brahma is so Brahma means Yavai Bruhatu Tadvai Brahma. I hope, Krishna, you are writing down the notes. So the simple definition of Brahma is Yavai Bruhatu Tadvai Brahma. Whatever is higher, whatever is greater, whatever is noble, whatever is this and all that, that is what is called Brahma. Beautiful. That is the simplest definition which we have been given by our rishis. Brahma, Shivaha. And and that Brahma, because of the noble qualities and other functional abilities, that the Brahma who styles himself as Brahma must be convenient and very helpful to people. That's why you call him as Shivaha Brahma. And that kind of Shiva Brahma should be Sada Shivaha. Again, you see, the ranking is higher. Simply so, Shiva becomes Sada Shiva only because of the grace and support and grace of Lalita Parameswari. In Saundarya Lahari, Shankaracharya beautifully describes how Shiva became Sadashiva, though he outlived the Pralayam. He is the cause for Pralayam, but the Sadashiva did not get vanishing in the Pralaya. And Ammavaru is the Mahapralaya Sakshini. She was the witness, supervisor, when Pralaya was taking place. You know that this concept tells you that if there is no supervisor, no worker will be sincere. After worker leaving the place, you find a lot of things. Haudamma? So, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇದು ಮಾಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಏನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. This kind of mosa, cheating and laziness. Cheating and laziness and negligence is there in all workers. Have you done that? Yes, exactly, perfectly done. What is this perfectly done? No meaning at all. So when you go there, you find small particles here and there, etc. Therefore, Lalita Parameswari, she has made Shiva as Sadashiva. That's why Sadashiva Brahmendra, beyond beyond that kind of peace, there is nothing at all. Even the peace also has got to be having Paripurnata, beyond which there is nothing to comment or no omissions and commissions done. So that's why what is done cannot be undone, but what is done should be done well. That's why he is called as Sadashivaha. But the Sadashiva, ultimately, where is he located? Om Pranavaswarupam. Omkaram. That's why the very opening of Mahanyasa says Omkara Mantra Samyuktam Nityam dhyayanti yoginaha kamadam mokshadam tasmai nakaraya namo namaha. Beautiful. See, nakaraya namo namaha. First of all, you make namaskara for na. Namasivaya and Omkara also Avuma. So this Omkara, Pranavaswarupam, and all that has come out Pranavanada. That Pranavanada has taken a form. So everybody is sound made of sounds. And that sound is being given a form. Therefore, we say Pranavaswarupam, Nadaswarupam, and Pranavavidya, Nadavidya, Pranavopasana, Nadopasana, and ultimately this Pranavopasana or Nadopasana merges into Sivopasana, Sada Sivopasana. I hope you understand that how much meaning has been packed in this particular Prarthana mantra, and wherewith in other places we do Namaskara, Shastangam Namaskritya, Nama Devatarchana everyday Madovaga. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈ ಮಂತ್ರವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. I hope so. Sadashivom Kanishthikaabhyam Namaha. So Kanishthika is the very important finger, and two fingers have been given. In this Kanishthika, there is the presence of the Sadashiva. There is a presence of Omkara. There is a presence of Brahma. There is a presence of Brahmadhipati and Brahmanodhipati, and therefore this wonderful finger is very much important. I think this is what I understand. I don't know further beyond, but this is what the mantra selected to activate the inner energy stationed in the Kanishthika Abhyam Namaha. Please repeat. Namo Vakkirikebhyaha Devanagam Hrudayebhyaha.
Namo Vakkirikebhyo Devanagam Hrudayebhyaha Hrudayayan Namaha.
Oh, no, there is two more lines added. Namo Vichinakebhyo.
Namo
Vichinakebhyo, Namo Vichinvatkebhyo.
Namo Vichinakebhyo.
Namo Vichinvatkebhyo, Nama Anirhatebhyaha. Nama Anirhatebhyo, Ami Vatkebhyaha, Hrudayaya Namaha. Next here, Babu, Namo Ganebhyo.
Namo Ganebhyo. Namo Ganebhyo.
Ganapatibhyascha O Namo Namo.
Ganapatibhyascha O Namaha. Ganapatibhyascha O Namaha.
Namo Virupebhyo Viswarupebhyascha. Namo Virupebhyo Viswarupebhyascha Namo Namaha. Prusthaya Namaha. So, ಅದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಗೋಮಠಂ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ಈ ಮಹಾನ್ಯಾಸ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಿ ಎಡಿಟರ್ಸ್, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಬೋಧಾಯನ ಮಹಾನ್ಯಾಸ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬೋಧಾಯನ ಆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ printed, edited by Challa Lakshmi Narasimha Shastri, and there, and this is one version I am doing. Therefore, here I am accordingly following, and that will be done. Because Mahanyasa, there are different kinds of Mahanyasa. For example, Ramakrishna or anybody, a lot of things are there. But this Mahanyasa text which I am following.
Okay.
Which I am following is quite concise one, and referring to that. So having completed Namaskara to Rudras who are stationed in our fingers, next what is the jump we have to take? Next, afterwards, you should go to your heart. Hrudayaya Namaha. After the Hrudaya, just behind the back. So we have to go to the heart area or chest area and make prayer to that great God, Rudra, who is there again in different forms and power, similarly to the Prushtavaga of our body, the back. So Hridaya is the front and Prushtha is the back. So then the other ones will come. So you observe that there is that kind of Rudra Prarthana or understanding of the Rudra Vibhava. So Rudra Sukta Prakatita Vibhavaha na prayachantu saukhyam. What is it? Why you are remembering all the Vibhava of Rudra? Because each aspect of Rudra is capable of providing us saukhyam. Saukhyam is sukhasya anubhavam saukhyam. Simply having car is no good. You should know driving. Not only not driving, but you should also know something about the car so that you will be able to be comfortable whenever you take your vehicle out. Like that, anything. So that's exactly what we call as saukhyam. And saukhyam, and again, why are you remembering Rudra? You are also saumanasaya rudram namobhihi. So you are Yachvamahe saumanasaya rudram namobhi. You should remember, yakre Rudra madadu. Yeah, who is that Rudra? People simply fond of putting questions to you. Howda Subramaniam avare? Yakre Rudra ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಯಾರ್ರೀ ಅವ್ರು ರುದ್ರ? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ತರಹ ಕೇಳೋರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ರುದ್ರನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೌಮನಸಾಯ ರುದ್ರಂ. ಸೌಮನಸ್ಸು ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಖ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸುಖವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ರುದ್ರಾನುಗ್ರಹ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಚ್ವಾಮಹೇ ಸೌಮನಸಾಯ ರುದ್ರಂ ನಮೋಭಿಹಿ. See, technology is here. Namobhihi yachvamahe. How do you worship Rudra? You need not have all paraphernalia make you confused or become really upset. No, namaskarakke ಏನು ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಮಃ ನಮಃ ನಮಭುಕ್ತಿಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ರುದ್ರ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡಬ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ಡ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವಾಗ? ಸೌಮನಸಾಯ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ರುದ್ರನಿಂದಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈವನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ರುದ್ರ to get our hridaya also well managed. Look at the meaning. Namaha kirikebhyaha devanam hridayebhyaha vichinakebhyaha vichinvatkebhyaha anirhatebhyaha amivatkebhyaha rudrebhyaha namaskara. So Rudra has got divided into these functional activity also, so that your hridaya is being pacified, is being taken care very well. And again, when you talk about the Prushtha, the back area, there again, what are the names of Rudra? You remember? One, Ganebhyaha, Ganapatibhyascha, Virupebhyaha, Vishwarupebhyascha, Prusthaya Namaha. So either ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ಯಾವ ಅಂಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಆ ರುದ್ರ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದಿ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಋಷೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೋಧಾಯನ ಆರ್ ಆಪಸ್ತಂಭ ಆರ್ ಪರಶುರಾಮ ಆರ್ ಪರಾಶರ ಆರ್ whoever have picked up the mantras from the Namakam. They all have got a lot of thought behind to bring the Rudra power into operation, into our favorable promotion of our lifespan of life. Therefore, if anybody were to be remembering or reciting Rudra per day, you can see the differences. I have a number of people to quote here who are really obedient to the Rudra Dhyana, Rudra Parayana, Rudra Homa, Rudra Archana, Rudra Abhisheka, and Rudra Puja, and Rudra Japa, etc. So I know so many people, and suddenly the help comes to us. For example, I was told just the other day that a fellow, an old person, senior citizen, got admitted in the hospital. He was in the ICU with a critical problem, but he had very typical difficulty in the night, because Roga and Rakshasas are highly hyper only in the during night time. All emergencies come in the night time. Rogaಗಳಿಗೆ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಲ ಯಾವಾಗ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that's why generally people will stop war during night time. But in case of Lakshmi Narasimha and Hiranyakasipu, that was not valid. So Hiranyakasipu is a Rakshasa and Narasimha Swami is a Vishnu. So they fought 1,000 nights and days continuously. Ultimately, somehow he was able to catch hold of Narasimha Swami, put on his lap, sit on the threshold, and use his nakha as the ayudha and tear him like that. So you understand that is most important. So Rudra, what aspect? Here we have got Kirikebhyaha, Devanam Hrudayebhyaha. So you appeal to their Hrudayas, and Vichinakebhyaha, Vichinvatkebhyaha, Anirhatebhyaha. All these kinds of varieties of Rudra or Amsas of Rudra are all stationed in our heart area, protecting, because heart is important, chest is important, and if that particular importance has been so Rudra, all that. And again, Gana is the group. So Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe. See, Ganapati does not mean only the son of Rudra, but Rudra himself is the Ganapati. And what father has got, the qualities have been deposited, given to the boy. Therefore, Ganabhyaha and Ganapatis. See, Ganapatis are all the administrators. Bari groups and groups idre, group leader irbekalva, nimma software alli, everywhere we have got group leaders. And project leader, team leader, and all that. So that you narrow down the activity and come and contribute for the general welfare of the whole project. Therefore, Ganebhyaha Ganapatibhyascha means Devagana, Yakshagana, Kinnaragana, Kimpurushagana, Rakshasagana, Manushagana, Jantugana, etc. Gana is group. So Gana. So Ga, movement. So there is a movement in all people and group wise. That grouping is the most important characteristic to all people. In classroom, if there are 40 students, there will be 4 or 5 groups. And students will go and join that group only. Grouping is important. Therefore, it is said man is gregarious. Not only man, even God also is gregarious, in a sense that no single God will come to your help. He will take the help of other gods and see that he will be in Aruna Prashna. And Srinivas has pointed out that not only Aditya should come, along with him Bruhaspati and Twasta, other god also should come to the sacrifice. So there is invitation extended not only for Surya to come with his horses and chariot, but also later on Bruhaspati is also invited. So Bruhaspati Savita cha, so Ihagatam, and like that you also have got to, every god has got to take the Gana and so other people into that, so that the work will be not a problem. So Ganebhyaha Ganapatibhyascha. And these Ganapatis or Ganas, how many forms will be there? Virupas, Visheshena, Rupinaha. There are different forms. No 2 boys are same, no 2 brothers are same, no 2 fingers are same. That's why I say, though hand is common, but the fingers are different. That's why the children or the society, people are always divided. And again, that's why Virupebhya and Vishnurupebhya. However, in a group, all people will have all kinds of characteristics. Something of everything people will be having. That's why we depend upon the expertise of different people for the promotion of one project. A cobbler, yeah, like that. We have got so many people. So thereby, Vishwarupa means they're all differently oriented. So they are found in the waters, they are found in the ground, they are found in the trees. Pruchebhyo namaha, namasomaya charudraya. So like that, you have so many rupas, and and again Vishwarupebhya namaha. That means so far as the Prushthabhaga is concerned, there is variety about all. That's why for parents, the children are from outside. For brothers and sisters, they are the back. So brother admire sister, sister admire brother. So they are all Prushthabhagadalli. That's why we have got one tradition on Gadapanchami day. One will visit to sister's house and get that milk smeared on the nabhi at the same time, just behind the nabhi on the back. That means all the sisters, brothers, etc., born through same parents, they're all back. And the front are the children common to the love and affection of the parents. So as long as the parents are living, even 70 years old boy will be a child only to their parents. And so like that, here the meaning is that Prusthaya namaha. So Hridaya and Prushtha, they are the two important parts of our body, or sides of our body, wherewith the protection or grace of the Paramatma have got to be involved. So I have skipped the Hridaya, the other names. And Vichinvatkebhyaha, Anirhatebhyaha, Amivatkebhyaha. These are all, again, the various forms, Vibhava of Rudra. And these terms I have explained to you and in my next class more, because we are almost touching the time. So ultimately, you observe how that gradation or graduation is there in respect of invoking, stationing, activizing the Paramatma's power through our body, so that we would be enabled to perform Rudrabhisheka for a longer time. Ekadasava Rudrabhishekan karishye, Ekavimsati Rudrabhishekan karishye. So when you make that vare punararadhanam uttararadhanam, yake madbeku vara abhisheka andre papachayarthi, vyadhinasanarthi, putrarthi. You are going to get that kind of promise given to you in Mahanyasa. So because when we are born, we have so many things to accomplish. Putrarthi, vyadhinasanarthi, jivitarthi, etc. Arthi. And among all these arthas that man has got, all these wants and desires have been classified into 4 categories. Something like Ayurveda, I don't know much. In Ayurveda, they say they have 67 or something like that classified diseases. And though they say Vata, Pitta, Kapitha are the 3 main divisions, but ultimately these are all the kinds or fashions or the rogas that would attack the human beings. And Ayurveda is very simpler, and it will is a holistic medicine. But allopathy is different. When you go to doctor and ask him, sir, why is this there? Virus appa antare. The virus has nothing, is something. COVID is a virus, and any other fever that comes is due to virus, and so on. But in allopathy, things are different. But in homeopathy or in Ayurveda or in that, they're all very much fixed in that number. That's why Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are the 4 major items or major heads under which all our desires come under, will be covered. Therefore, there is that kind of importance being given. The Hridayaya namaha, Hridayadalli the Paramatmanike namaskara, and Prusthaya namaha, Prushthabhagadalli the Rudranike namaskara. So to say that the Rudra has pervaded the entire area and entire places in our entire body. That's why, and when you go to Durga Parameswari's the Saptasati, there are in Raksha Stotra, there are 65 parts of our body where Durga Parameswari will assume the 65 Deva Rupas to protect the individually each part by part. So that's why Durga Dhyana or Durga Upasana is highly powerful. But Durga is nobody but our Shiva only, Rudra only. Rudra is Durga and Amavaru is Durga Parameswari. So like that. I think I can stop here. We'll have more explanations. It's all Paramatma grace next time. We stop here. Om Swasti. Subramanya avara heli Shanti mantra.
Om Sahanavotu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Sri Vasudevarpanamastu. Sri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Guruji Namaste.
Hari Om Guruji, Namaste Guruji.
So our January bulletin Vedanath Harit has come, put in the website. I wish all of you to take hold of it, read line by line. Important information is there. So please open that website
Right,
or
Guruji.
that, and please read that.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hari Om, Namaste Guruji.
Hari Om Guru.
Hari Om, Namaste Guruji.
Any comments? Nothing. So Rudra is great. We have no comments. No?
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
No, ultimately Rudra is being merged into Omkara.
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's what I think. So istandu commentaries nota idre we have no time to go to, but still what little we want to have that much is enough for our very busy scheduled life. You cannot have time more to sit with Bhatta Bhaskara or anybody try to know more and more. But this is, I think we are going on right.
Guruji, just one clarification. When we were talking about the Gopuram is that conical shape, something that the Pujari places on devotees' head. That's correct? Okay.
That means the entire power of God is put on our head. That is a symbolic, majestic, symbolic, and powerful spiritual energy of Paramatma to enter into your body and take care of your body and movements very well.
Okay.
So the God comes into our head. When anything comes to head, our lifestyle will be very good because the brain is important.
Okay. And one very short question. I missed to write the meaning of Dhimahi. What does that mean?
Dhimahi is meditate.
Meditate. Okay.
I meditate. That's a mind job.
Mind job. Okay. Okay.
Vidmahe is knowledge. I know you.
No.
Dhimahi, I meditate. Prachodayat is to direct.
Prachodayat means directing. That I wrote it. Thank you.
Hari Om Guruji, Namaste Guruji.
Namaste. We'll meet again. Thank you, Sri Ram.
Hari Om.
Thank you. Thank you.
No questions. I'm happy if there are no questions because you understood whatever I said. If there are questions, still we can continue to think about it. Okay. Thank you, Ma. God bless you, Sri Ram.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Govind is very silent because he has no speech. Very good. No, you are mute, sir. Govind is mute.
Namaskar, Guruji. Yes, sir. Okay.